very good Monday afternoon to you. I hope I find you very well on what is actually a quite nice day here in Manchester. It's lovely and warm and it's calm. No great blue sky, but you know, it's a great day for a walk. The title of the video kind of explains a little bit about this video, but doesn't explain it all. So let me go into more depth. I'll repeat the question, which is Rolex, will they always be the king? Let's start off from a point which I feel is true, and that I hope kind of we all agree on. Perhaps not everyone will agree on it, because perhaps there are some people out there who are not aware of there are other things. And what I mean by that is Rolex are the king in their particular price range. Whether it be, you know, from the 5,000 odd pound mark through to the 20 odd, 30 odd thousand pound price mark, which is, you know, for the precious metals and diamonds and whatever else. But for us, the workaday people who get into the Rolex market, we tend to have this orbit around the subby range, of course. It tends to be our favourite as far as a Rolex watch is concerned, and most people are aware of it. It is a well-loved and even better marketed watch brand, and most people assume mistakenly that Rolex are the best watch to have because they know no better. And what I mean by that is that they're not aware of the Holy Trinity, for instance. They assume because of Rolex's image in the world that you buy a Rolex because it is the best you can possibly buy. It isn't, and he says it isn't whilst wearing the hook. So the question of the video, Rolex, are they still king? Well, at the moment the obvious answer to that is yes, of course. But what exactly are they the king of, and what is it going to take to stop them being the king? Well, let's set the first part of that question first. What are they king of? Well, in my view, what they're king of is marketing. The millions and millions of dollars per year that they have in their promotional budget ensures that they are at the forefront of everybody's mind where a watch is concerned, and anybody who makes a bit of brass or saves a bit of brass, who wants to demonstrate how successful they are, they go out and buy a Rolex, because that is apparently the thing to do. Now, if Rolex didn't have the great marketing department that they do have, perhaps Rolex wouldn't be aligned with making it in this world as much as they are right now. So, are they good watches? Yes, of course they're great watches. You know, they're made from a different steel than most of the watches. Most of the movements are derived from other movements, but now they're of course moving away and having their own in-house movements in there, etc. They have got their own little landmark designs, you know, such as the subby with the cyclops and all that kind of thing. And of course, it is the most copied watch in the world, is the subby. So what's it going to take to stop Rolex being the king? Well, in my view, it's going to have nothing at all to do with the watches themselves. You know, we're all aware that you know, we've got Breitling and Omega, who are all kind of in the same orbit as Rolex, and they can all be mentioned in the same breath as Rolex. My view is that what it's going to take to stop Rolex being the king of this particular bracket of price range is that somebody is going to have to become better at marketing their product. You're going to have to employ an ad agency who will come up with some form of scheme to shuffle Rolex out of the way, to allow whoever it is, whether it's Breitling or Omega or maybe even a new company. You know, maybe a new company will come along who've got such a massive budget that maybe something like, you know, Branson or something like that decides, I'm going to make watches, but it's not going to be under my name. It's not going to be called Virgin Watches. It can be called something else, completely something else. And they've come up with a strategy where their name will be forefront in promotion. Now, the hard thing about that, of course, is because Rolex has been at the forefront of marketing watches for so long now. And of course, you know, even when you don't see direct advertising, you see it at things like, as we're coming into the tennis season, Wimbledon. You know, you always have the Rolex timing there on centre court and wherever else. So I think what's going to have to take to push Rolex off its throne, being the king in this particular watch sector, is somebody, anyone at all, who can come up with such a direct marketing and subliminal marketing, who will make such a massive wave in awareness of this particular watch brand, whatever watch brand it is, to shuffle off Rolex from their position as the best known watch in the world. And that's the key thing there, is Rolex are not the best watch, they're the best known watch. And that's the important thing. So will they ever stop being king? Unless somebody can come along with a marketing strategy better than Rolex's, no, I don't think so. And I think the key thing here is that whoever those new boys are, they're going to have to get back or get past this built-in admiration that the dyed-in-the-wool Rolex fanboys and fangirls have, but also the adoration, perhaps, that the non-fanboys and fangirls have, such as myself. I'm not a fanboy of anything in particular. I own Omega, a couple of Rolexes, as you know. I also own Seiko. I also own a number of, you know, real beaters. So I'm not a fanboy of anything, but Rolex's name is right there, right at the front of my head. So what's it going to take? I have no idea. Will it come along? I have no idea. Is it possible? Well, it's hard to say. But what I will say, nothing's impossible. So someday, at some point, by someone with some strategy or other, just may, stop Rolex being the king and push them off the throne. And will that give more preeminence to other established brands like Omega and Breitling? Maybe, because we don't see the purchasing of Omega or a Breitling as a significant indicator of success as we see Rolex. But that in itself is quite interesting. So could it happen? Yes, it could. Will it be soon? I doubt it. Is it possible? Absolutely. But it will take an immensely clever, obvious and subliminal advertising strategy. Anyway, people, thank you very much for this one. I will look forward to reading your comments on it. So, fanboy, fangirl, non-fanboy, non-fangirl, I hope I hear from you in the comment section down below as always. So for now, people, thank you very much for watching. give it a thumbs up, share it around, all that kind of thing. And if you've not subscribed, I think the subscribe button is down here somewhere. So give that a little tap, and I shall speak to you again next time. Bye bye.